Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Pip Todman here from queenpipcards.com. We are looking at the Be Mine suite. We're going to make some super sweet Valentine's Day cards today because it's that time of year, isn't it? We have gone past Christmas, New Year's gone. It's now, what is it, 8th of January already? I just booked up my next physio appointment. It's going to be for the 5th of February. It's like, that's next month. But apparently it's only 4 weeks away. So there we go. I'm just going to switch my glasses over. There we go. So I can see you now. How is everybody? If you don't know who I am, my name is Pip Tubb, and as I say, I run the Card Making Know How membership, where I teach people how to go from beginner to confident card maker and become an expert in 4 easy stages. And I also run Queen Pip Cards for all your Stampin' Up product needs. So, hello everybody. It's nice to see you. Hello, Melly. Hello, Betty. It's snowy in Canada today. Yes, I'm not surprised. Oh, minus 19. Okay. I thought it was cold here. I've got my hot water bottle with me today. Um, I thought it was cold where I am, but minus 19 is just, ugh. I don't even really want to think about that. That's very cold. Good morning, people from Facebook. Hello. So, if you are new to me, then you might, and you're coming in from Facebook, either from the membership Facebook or my group Facebook group, then you may need to go and tell StreamYard um, who you are and that it is allowed to know who you are. So if you go here, streamyard.com /Facebook, click on that link and say, yes, it's okay for Pip to know my name. It'll say, is it okay for StreamYard to know your name? Because it doesn't know it's me, but you know, it's the same thing. Then I will be able to know who you are. But if I don't know who you are, just pop your name at the bottom and then I can pop you out into here and I'll know who you are because at the moment I don't know. It just says Facebook user. So let me know. Hi, Ange. Or if you want to join me on YouTube, then obviously we'll know who you are anyway. Okay, so hello, everybody. This week in my group, we've been seeing quite a lot of Valentine's Day cards already coming in. Oh, Kathy, first time making it live. Yay, good to see you. Love seeing new people coming in and watching us live. That's great. Fantastic. Betty says it's going to be minus 30 next weekend. That would be definitely an indoor day for me. I'd be inside, wrapped up nice and warm, as I already am. Oh dear. So, have you all had a good first week back, whether it's work or just back into the normal routine? Hopefully you have. I've been kind of getting into the new routine. Haven't made it quite there yet. I still have things to send out from last week. So last week's winner's card is here. Trisha, yours is here, ready to go. Um, I've just been packing and doing all that kind of stuff. Good afternoon, Jean. Hello, nice to see you. So yeah, all that kind of thing, getting back into the routine of it. Went back to my first Pilates class after my surgery, which was great. Nearly killed me, but it was great. And I've been seeing my physio this morning. So all things going well on that front, which is lovely. Thank you for all your well wishes and questions about how things are going. So hopefully you're all ready to do some crafting today. Now, I'm doing Valentine's Day cards, so bring out anything that you've got that might be red or pink, maybe some gold or silver or any kind of nice stuff like that. We're going to be using a bee suite today, she says, and then realizes that she didn't actually. Where did I put it? I've got everything apart from the actual stamp set. What have I done with it? Oh, well, now that's gone a bit crazy. Okay, so I've got, oh, there it is. It's hiding under my laptop. There we go. Hiding on my desk. I'm sure I pulled that out. So we're going to be using this one, Be My Valentine, which comes with a matching punch, which, as you can see, punches out some funny shapes, but they all coordinate and turn into bees, would you believe? I know, it's amazing. So let's go onto my hands down camera, or we can do this one. Now I know that at the moment my lights are really annoying up here because they're shining on me. I do know that. Okay, but I haven't had a chance to redo my desk and work out how I can get my lights going down here without being light up here. So because I need to reinstall some stuff. Whoops, oh, this one's playing me up now. I need to reinstall some stuff um, on my laptop because obviously I've got my new laptop now with my new camera and my new desk setup and all that kind of jazz, and it's all just going a little bit crazy. Come on, is that working? There we go. So I do apologise for this light up here because it's really bright, but there's not a lot I can do about it at the moment. Hopefully by next week I'll have got it all sorted, but I have to reconfigure my entire desk unit stand, which if you could see it, you'd understand why that was going to take a while. To do that, and of course I work 2 days a week as well, on other things. So bear with me with my light. I know it's a bit distracting up there in the corner. Just try and ignore it if you can. And just look at me here. Look at my hands down here. This is the important bit anyway. So hello everybody. We've got Marilyn coming in, Sharon's in, Lisa's here, Lindsay's here. Hello, hello, hello. So this is a card that I made before Christmas actually, with this gorgeous stamp set. And I have lots of others, but I've left them all on my display boards, which I now can't get to because they're jammed in the back of my packing and palace. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to make a whole bunch of new stuff. So I've got a whole bunch of things here. I've pulled out some bits and pieces. I've got card bases. It comes with a coordinating set of papers. I mean, the papers are just gorgeous. Look, see, bees, 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 but also other things as well. So hearts. And then in here, I've got some different papers as well, some flowers, stripy things, and where's all my other papers gone? I cut a whole load of them out yesterday. Where are they? Okay, that's a little strange. And now I cut myself some colourful bases as well, and they all seem to have disappeared. Got some black, it's good colours. So the colours in this are Daffodil Delight, Real Red, Pool Party, Petal Pink. Oh, here they all are. They're all here underneath all this bits over here. I knew I'd cut myself loads of bases. Here we go. So we've got lovely bees with lots of greenery. It's got Parakeet Party in it as well, which is that quite nice bright green. And this lovely sort of hexagon stuff. You could use anything as long as you've got anything that's hearts and flowers or just hearts. I like this one because it's got honey in it. Look, see, honey. Love a bit of honey. Which goes with the bees. So, I mean, this one doesn't really even need to be a Valentine's Day card. You could use it for lots of different things. You could use it for um, uh, Valentine's Day, engagement days, engagement parties, weddings, anniversaries, happy birthdays for people who like bees. You know, there's all kinds of things you can do. Happy birthday for people who like honey. Oh, hello, that's me. This one here with the little, it's just so adorable, these little bees, and flowers, and then stripy things and flowers on the back. So lots and lots of different, lots and lots of different bits of papers. And then I cut myself some things. So we're not going to make all of these up, but I have cut a variety of bases and stuff. So you know, we can play and mix. I'm not doing all of these cards this afternoon. This afternoon, don't worry. I've also got myself some vellum because you know I love a bit of vellum. It adds a little bit of softness to it, and I've already cut and punched out a few things. So the punch cuts out and punches interesting shapes. It cuts out this two hearts, okay, and then this sort of shape here, which I think looks like a chat bubble, speech bubble. So you can use it for that as well. But of course, it also coordinates with the stamp set, which means you can cut out bees. So I'm just going to be making a few things, and we'll just go with the flow. If you have any questions, please ask. You know me, I don't mind questions. And yeah, we'll just start to put together some cards and see how the day goes. Well, not the day. Don't worry, I'm not keeping you for a day. See how the hour goes. And we'll go from there. I also found this in my scrap box. You know, sometimes I have a scrap box that I put things in. This is a Parakeet Party label that I must have made for something else that I was doing, but I really like that. So I'm thinking I might do something with this. You know, maybe with some extra papers on it. That fits beautifully, doesn't it? Or even this one that's got the bees in it. Look at that. That matches as well. So that might go nicer. Might be better. Okay. I might just pop that on there, and there's your tag. You know, so many things that you can do with this once you get going. And I love starting with a few bits of scrappy bits and just then going from there, really. So let's do this and start with this. So this is just over 7 centimeters, which is about 2 3/4 inches. So we'll do this at 6.5. That should be about right. A bit further. There we go. It's almost the perfect size already, so I might as well just leave it as it is. That works nicely, doesn't it? So now we've got our little tag. The set, or the suite comes also with some ribbon, matching ribbon, and some pretty little gems, which are just so cute. They're flowers and hearts and stuff like that, so that's quite good. So obviously we're going to be using some of them. So now we've got our little tag, which we're going to make as our feature. We can start with building up some bases. So let's see, what colour would we want to do as our card base? And would we want to put a layer on top of it? I think I probably would put a layer on top of it. Might put a layer of maybe some stripes. 2 stripes with that on top. That's quite cute. It's a bit in your face. Maybe not quite so in your face, but let's see what else we got. What we could do, so we could either do more bees behind the scenes, but you can't really see very many of them, then it sort of blends in. Or if you turn it over, now we've got our honeycomb, and that looks really nice with that on top of that. So we're going to go with that. Yes, Sharon, the bees are super cute. I agree. And then if we use a parakeet party base, that will work out nicely with that little label. That will match beautifully. So somebody was asking me about in the group, somebody was asking about scoring. So I use my paper trimmer. I'll put a link to it in the group. I take it down. This is an A5 piece. So I take it down to half, and then I just use my scoring blade, which is here already in the thing. Score it, no problem. There you go. And if you did an A4 piece, then obviously you just chop it in half. I mean, you just score it in half rather than cutting it in half. So that I just wanted to show people my trimmer because I have mentioned it in the group just this morning, talking about scoring and what the best scoring is. Now, this is nice because it's a secondary layer, so we could actually layer that up a couple of times. Let's put some sweet sorbet in. Let's do no, that's a small one as well. Have I got a big sweet sorbet one? Thought I did. There we go. So we'll do a sweet sorbet, do a petal pink, we'll do the thingy, we'll tie a bow, obviously. Hi, Nola. Hi, Melly. The bees are cute, aren't they? Yes, they are, Melly. And we'll just do a tiny little bow because we don't need much more than that. Wow, my laptop's really whizzing. I hope you can't hear all that whizzing. It's making quite a noise. How's my sound, girls? Everything all right? Hopefully everything's all right. There we go. That's that. That looks nice on there. And then I don't even know if I need to make a bee. I think we can just cope with the papers really on this. And I think that's the good thing is if you get some nice papers, could be any kind of papers. You can use whatever you want on your cards and just turn them into anything, basically, based on the sentiment that you're going to use. Oh, do I need new glue? Oh, I think I do. Oh, see if this one's working. I always have 2 on the go, just on the safe side. Oh, there we go. This one's right. So you don't have to copy my designs exactly unless you've already got this paper or unless you want to purchase this paper, which of course you can do. Shop links below. In the description, you can see the link to my store. But you don't have to. You can use whatever you've got at home. So I'm not sure I like this HD view of my hands actually. Now you can see all my wrinkles. I need to hydrate. Oh dear, that's just thrown me off a little bit. Hi, Carol. Oh, sound is fine. Good. All right, that's brilliant. Morning, everybody. Hello. Sounds good in Guildford. And Nola says she loves the bees as well. So that's great. Good, 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 good. Oof. They didn't warn me about that HD quality would show up all the wrinkles on my hands. Oh dear. Tell you getting old when you got wrinkly hands, can't you? Such is life. We'll ignore those. Just look at the card. Don't look at my hands. Right. Okay. So anyway, moving on. Stop obsessing over your hands, but oh dear. Moving on. We're going to pop this straight on. I like the flowers on the back of this one as well, but we're going to go with the bees. And what we're going to do now is because we don't really need a bee, we'll just put some words on this one and then we'll count this one as pretty much done. because, there's this gorgeous little bee there, which quite frankly gives us our cuteness. Now you can probably see that now. We've got HD. You can see that little mark that I left there. That's when I was working out how to cut my sides bits off. So we'll just get rid of that. I always work in pencil, so it's really easy to just rub out. Okay. Then we'll dimensional that up. Oh, she says, where are my dimensionals? Oh, look, I've got lots of ends. So I always use my ends. Always use everything of your dimensionals. Oh, Nola says I've put an idea in her head. She's using her scraps and oh, look at that. See, this is what I like. Nice. Put an idea in your head, Nola. That is great. Despite the fact it must be like nearly midnight where you are. I'm so glad. Because, yeah, you've got lots of bits and pieces. You can make things. That's the thing, I think. We sometimes forget that the bits and pieces can make just as much good cards as the brand new bits that we all love to sort of, well, actually, quite a lot of people don't love to chop into new pieces of paper. Shall I just, I'm not naming any names, but there are people who are probably watching this video, or who will watch it on catch up, who said, "Oh no, but I can't cut into my new paper. It's far too nice to chop into." Yeah, chop it, love it. That's what I say. That's what our friend Kylie says as well. But just get into it. Just use up all your bits. Now I'm being a bit OCD. It probably doesn't need one in there, but I'm going to put one in there anyway, just because it fills a hole. And we don't want, what do we not want? We do not want any soggy middles. So I'll get rid of these. These are a bit big to go through my little Hoover, desk Hoover. So I'll do these ones and get rid of these in the bin. Okay. Now, pop this on, kind of in the middle-ish, sort of at a jaunty angle. There we go. Going to use a little glue dot. Yeah, 10 to midnight. Yeah, I thought it would be late for you there. Right, these come on a roll, and you just peel them back and just pick them off. I stick the ribbon to the glue dot and then peel both of them off the backing. It's much the easiest way. Stick it just over that hole there, like so. And then that's our little cute little tag. And then I've got some paper here, some white card, and I've got some of these. Now, this Love You will fit inside this little punch piece here. In fact, I think a couple of these will, but definitely this one. And you can test that by getting it out and just popping it in here. And you go, oh, look, yeah, that fits nicely. So we'll just stamp that. Should I do black or should I do... Actually, I think I'm going to do sweet sorbet. I think quite another bit of sweet sorbet would be nice on this. So we will get our little... How big? Yeah, just a small one. So remember, when we're stamping, tap, tap, tap very lightly. You don't need to squish into your ink pads, not unless they're like incredibly dry or unless they are felt. Felt, you probably need a little bit more pressure to pick up, but most ink pads, you literally almost just leave it on and pick it up. And as long as it's inky, you should have enough in there. So I'm going to stamp that there, giving myself plenty of space because I can't remember which way around the thingy goes. So hopefully I haven't put it too high. Oh, that'll work. That'll work. I could have come down a little bit actually. So I'm going to come down just a smidge. I'll do that one on another. I'll use that one on something else. So I'm going to come down a little bit here and down and up. And also with your stamping, it's just down and up. It's not anything else. There we go. Now pop that there. Oh, I really want it the other way around. Don't you think it would look better the other way around? I think it would. How am I going to do that? I need to punch it out first. Here we go. So I'm having a brain wave as we stamp here. I want it to go that way. So I need to punch it out first. And then I can stamp it on this side going this way. There we go. And the good thing is, because it's photopolymer or see-through stamps, she says she can see. I need to get over a little bit so I can actually see where I'm going. That's not too bad. There we go. Alrighty, now this is going to come. See, this is going to kind of come out here like this. Love you. Like that. Hi, Trisha. Marilyn's got a good question. That's a very good question. She says, "Are the pictures on the punches always 100%?" Yes, they are, because they're complete. They are literally the other side of what's on this on the punch. Okay, so this side shows you the image that goes with that. So they're always the same. I don't believe, ever seen a punch that doesn't have the same size on the front to the back, if you see what I mean. Okay, so now am I going to dimensional him up? I'll make him a little bit high for English postage, if you know what I mean. So I might just pop a dimensional on the back, give it a bit of a curve, because that'll be a little bit lower. And then we'll put a little bit of glue on this side, like so. And I think I'm going to tuck him in just like so. There we go. Alrighty. So now I've got my love you. And then we'll just add a few of these. So we've got some hearts and flowers. And they're called hearts and flowers, and they're so cute. Look at these. Obviously, I've used quite a lot. Thankfully, I've got another packet. I think I like the idea of a little heart. Now, let's go under this one. Okay. Just on the edge of that there, so it kind of gives a bit more visibility to the saying. Yeah, the wording there. And then we could just scatter a couple of flowers around, couldn't we? I think. Red, this one. Got a flower there. And maybe a white one. Come down here. And a blue one to match the. Stick that one over there as well, like that. There we go. So it kind of comes in. There we go. What do you reckon? Cute? Cute, I think. And again, as I say, could be used for anything then. Now, let's make sure the inside is also looked after. So we should have some like inners. And inside we could put a bee if we wanted to. This is large. Or we could just, you could add more wording if you wanted more wording. Personally, I always leave the inside blank, just because it makes it easier. If you seal your cards, you don't have to tell everybody what's inside if you're selling them, for example. But what I do like to do sometimes is just put a little bit of paper up and down. So let's see, have we got any of that? So we've got, that's the same, isn't it? So we could just add a little strip at the bottom. I like that idea. We could just add a little strip. In fact, if we added this little strip down here, they could just be poking out the bottom of the card. Oh, cute. And that still gives you enough room to write. Do you know what I mean? You still need enough room to write. So that's about 2 centimeters, which is about 3/4 of an inch, something like that. Something like that. And it's the same size, thankfully, already. So it just needs to go there. And see, then we got this little cute little bee popping her head up to say hello, or his head up. I don't know, could be either. Just a cheeky bee. Ah, thanks, Ange. And Sharon and Nola, thank you very much. Glad you're enjoying it. You like him. Oh, it's just a smidge. Oh, look, it's just a smidge too short. I'm going to put it down. It looks the right size, but it's just a smidge too short. So I'm going to whack it over that edge. And then I'm going to use my guillotine and just trim that bit. Because if you need to trim tiny bits, it's always easier on a guillotine. There you go. See that little tiny bit there. Sadly, we don't sell these guillotines. We absolutely should. Don't know why we don't. So if you get a little mini guillotine, you keep it because you need it. It's always handy. And then we'll put that on the inside in there, like so. Then that's ready to send. I always love to get a card that's ready to send. Otherwise, if you don't put your inners in straight away, like I used to, I get to the point where I was trying to send cards and it'd be like, oh, I've got to cut, oops, I've got to cut some cardstock. I've got to cut some, I've got to stick it in the side. I've got nothing ready, yada, yada, yada. It used to drive me nuts. So, and people often ask me, what do I do inside? I've got glue on there, so I need to get rid of that. They often say, what do you put on your inside of your cards? And for me, it's very simple. Blank, keep it pretty. So put some prettiness in there. But other than that, blank. So that I can write it for any occasion and then send that off. I could send that to my niece or nephew. That would be cute for sure. She'd love that actually. I could send that to Flora for sure. Anyway, so there we go. That's our first card. And see that the punch also punched out these two different size hearts, which is so a lovely, lovely idea as well. So you get extra hearts when you punch. But they actually do more than that. It's not just hearts. No, no, no. So let's move on and do something else. Now, I want to do a bee, so we're going to need to have something a bit plainer as our background. So I think we'll go for these ones. I do love that one as well. That's just a classic one, isn't it? It's just perfect. And I do like the honey, so it's either that or maybe that. Yeah, you could do a bee on that for sure. Okay, so this one, I've turned the paper over and it always comes with a good backing, these ones, and that one will therefore fit across and enable us to do like a little label on that one. So that one's already done. This one, I haven't got anything yet. Now, what size did I cut this to? Is this a big one? Is it a large one already? It is. Okay, so that's going to be a base. So let's go yellow because we're going to do a bee. And so I want it to match because the bee is going to be yellow. So let's bring in a little bit of coordination there. And then we can also use a bit of vellum to tone this bit down if we want to. So let's move that out of the way for a sec while we come in here. Now, you will need some, well, either you could colour it or you're going to need some yellow card just to stamp on to make this bee. So down here, I have my yellow card scrap. This is my scrap box. Well, it's a scrap bag. It's not a box, is it? But there we go. So I've got a bit of card like so. Actually, you only need a strip because you only need something that's as big as that shape that we stamped the love you on. You know what I mean? Yes, decorate your envelopes as well. Oh, here we go. Oh, we've got questions. Questions. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Okay, so Carol says it's a cute card and a lovely twist on Valentines. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? It's nice. Where do I get a guillotine? I got one from elsewhere. I need the guillotine. Yes, I don't know where you could get one. Most craft shops sell guillotines all online, to be fair. Trish says she finds it hard to decide what to put on the inside. That's why I leave it blank. Um, and then when you've made your own card base, do you just use white envelopes? Yes, unless I've used vanilla or cream for my stamping on, then I use vanilla envelopes. But otherwise, yes, I would use white. What else have we got? Betty says she always decorates her envelopes. I do too. Hey, Faye's joined us from Maryland. Hello. Oh, and Julie's here. Hello, Julie. How are you? Good afternoon. Yes, you can catch up. And don't worry, we've only done one card, so you're all right. Can you get matching coloured envelopes? You can't get matching coloured envelopes from Stampin' Up unless you buy their envelope and card packs. So when they do envelope and card packs, they do match. So for example, bear with me a second. I'm just going to go and grab some. So, for example, they came out with these. These are still current, I think. Yeah, I'm sure they are. I checked the other day. So here they've come out with some gold envelopes, and they've got gold card bases and matching envelopes. So you'd fold your card base and you have it like so. Okay, and then you have the envelope to match. Now, the interesting thing for us in the UK to realize is that these are American sizes. So now you can see the difference. The American sizes, or North American, should I say, shorter and fatter than ours. Okay, and that's because one sheet of cardstock in the US is 11 inches by 8 1/4, 8 1/2, sorry. And in the UK, well, it's in centimeters, but if you worked it out in inches, it would be roughly 11 and a bit inches, but it's only 8 wide, 8 and a wide. Do you see what I mean? So rather than 8 1/2, it's only 8 1/4. So it's longer that way. So it's over the 11 inches that way. It's near enough 12. Okay, but it's narrower this way. So you're never going to get a match unless you buy Stampin' Up cards and envelopes. You're never going to be able to get an absolute match for a design layout or whatever. If you see something online from somebody else in the States, it's not going to look exactly the same. But in my membership, I try to make sure that my layouts will work with both A4 size card bases, like card starting point, or letter size starting point, because I know you have differences. So sometimes you'll see and you'll think, well, that doesn't, some of us know inches and centimeters, and you'll think, Pip's got that wrong. It's not the same. It's not that I've got it wrong. I've purposefully made the layout different if it's for American, because I know it's shorter and fatter versus longer and thinner for us, because I want everyone to work with whatever they get in their local shop rather than having to try and source, funny stuff. And rather than us trying to chop our card, I know some people chop their cards down to try and make it as close to the US as possible. What waste of cardstock? Use what you got. That's what I say. Anyway, that's just me personally. And I'm not having to go at anyone who does that, because I know great people who do that. But for me, it's just another thing I have to remember to do. I'd rather just cut a piece in half, fold it in half, and use it as it is. However, I got off the track then. But this is the only way you're going to get from Stampin' Up matching cards and envelopes, is when they sell them together like that. Otherwise, and they're never going to be as like the card bases are never quite as thick either. The card is not as thick as these. Okay, so it's a slightly lighter weight than these ones. So I prefer making my own, but that's a personal decision. So you can do, I like using them sometimes. I just wouldn't layer it as much, but then it comes decorated, so you wouldn't need to layer it as much. So I think that's kind of where we go. Anyway, I got off track there with my coloured envelopes. Hi, Joanna. Nice to see you. Happy New Year. So now we're going to start at stamping our bees. Start stamping a bee. And the bee is, so you can do it on white card by stamping this piece in yellow and then this in black over the top. Okay, so we might do that in a minute. So I'm going to get both of those out. And then we're going to need some wings. And then we have to decide on facial expression. So we have like a squinty eye, which I'm a bit kind of, why would you do that for a happy birthday or a be mine or you're as sweet as honey or whatever? Maybe I love you no matter what. Grr, maybe. And then there's this like happy smile, happy I'm nearly asleep face. There's the winky face, and then there's the smiley face. So you've got 4 faces to choose from, and the antenna that you need. Okay. So personally, I quite like the sleepy face. I'm going to go sleepy smiley face, and then the antenna. There we go. And we've got, you've got hearts and flowers and little honeycomb and all kinds of things in here. There's beautiful stamps in here. But let's just go with these to start off with. Okay, so I'll put this one on there. Obviously, you won't have as many blocks as, well, you might have as many blocks as me. I've got loads of blocks. And then the wings, we can put on another one of those. That'll fit on one of them. Okay, these are those little smaller ones. Then we go down to the diddy ones to make sure that you don't lose your antenna and your little smiley face. Otherwise, that could get lost quite easily. Right, okay. So if you're going on yellow cardstock, you're going to, now this, see, I'm pressing harder now because this is a felt-based pad. It's not a foam-based pad. Okay. And this is my bee behind, really. So we're going to stamp that down straight there like that. This threw me to start off with because I thought, where's the body? And then I realized that you just punch it out and then that becomes the body. So don't do the face until after you've punched it. I made the mistake of having an elongated bee and it looked really odd. So line up your punch like so. Yep, punch. And then you've now got your bee body. So now you can add the face because now you know where you're going to put it. Now, your bee can go sideways, that way, or that way, or it can go that way and have wings on both sides. So you've got options here. What are we doing? We're doing this with this, and we want to have a bee. I think I might have a bee coming up that way. So let's do a bee this way with a little smiley face, like so. And then antenna. Now, you can do antenna just on white cardstock, or you can emboss it onto vellum. So I have brought my heat gun, so it's going to get a bit noisy. But I like it on vellum. In fact, let me get a bigger piece. I'm going to do the wings at the same time. So we're going to do wings. I need 2 wings and an antenna. So first mark, and where's my, which way of it? This way. Wings. Wings. Ooh. Yeah, I'll have to do this one first and then come in together. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at the punch and working out which way I'm going to be stamping. I'll do the antenna in a second on a smaller piece. So I have here black embossing powder because it gives you a really nice, good shine. And that is really great for, wings and stuff like that because you want them to be shiny, a little bit shiny. Joanna says she loves this sweet. Happy New Year. No, you're very welcome. Happy New Year to you too. Hope you've had a good one so far. And she says, thanks for the tip. There we go. So I didn't do my embossing buddy, which was probably the wrong thing to do on vellum, but you know what? Life's too short at this point for me to start again. So we'll just pop that in there and I'm just going to brush. I'm going to blow over here so it doesn't, whatever. And then I've just got a few bits here that need to come off. So get my little brush out. Just brush them off. That works. Good. Okay. So now I'm probably going to hold it with my tweezers because it's quite a small bit of vellum and it's quite a hot tool gun, heat gun. So I don't want to get my fingers burnt. So it might get noisy. So bear with. I'm just going to heat it up. Heat it up first before you apply it anywhere near your vellum. And if you can still hear me, that's because it gets very hot very quick and we want it to go quick so it doesn't burn the vellum. Okay, so did you see that I did it in small bursts? Didn't waft it all around to try and keep it as unburnt as possible. Basically melted, so it hasn't gone too curly. Although with wings, it doesn't really matter. Wings are okay to be curly, but also you just don't want to burn the vellum because that can get very messy then, and not it just looks awful. Okay, so we're going to come in on this side because if I put it in on this side, if I put it straight in on this side, I would end up punching. Well, actually, I might be able to get away with it, but I was worried I'd punch through this one. So I'll just do this. Now they're not equal, so just bear that in mind. There we go. So it's not a perfect. It's slightly different on one wing to the other. There we go. Hi, Rosie. Happy New Year to you too. Lots of I was actually here last week on New Year's Day, but lots of you were out busy doing other things. So we had a smaller audience, but still a good fun time last week. There we go. So I've done. Ooh, sorry. I just realised I just made that jog. It's got stuck in there because it's round. Come on, where'd you come? There we go. I don't want to shake it too much because it's going to make your head shake. Right, so now we need a little piece, just a little strip, and we're just going to do the antenna in exactly the same way. No, that's not it. There we go. Antenna. So again, just this is this little heart, and it's actually this way around. The reason why I'm changing it round is because this is how it will go into the punch. So you've got to work out how it's going to go into the punch and then stamp accordingly. Otherwise, you're trying to shove it in from different angles and stuff. So it's much easier to work with how the punch is designed to work rather than however you stamp. It only takes a split second to make the choice of which way you're going, and then it will just help you have such an easier life. Because otherwise it just gets very annoying. Right, so let's heat that one up. See how quickly it can go. So just, it's always better to heat faster and for a shorter period of time, like hotter and for a shorter period of time than cooler and for a long time, because that's when you get warping happening and stuff like that. Oh, Nicole, how are you from Perth in Western Australia? Oh, you're a nighttime person too. We've got loads of people joining us today, which is great. It's nice to see you. So, what else do I have to tell you while I'm doing this? Because you've seen me punch out stuff before. Paper Party is coming to town. Paper Party is actually nearly here. Paper Party is, um, well, it's different this year actually because I'm doing a few different things. So, first of all, originally, Paper Party was here's my paper share. Let's have a party to go with it. And myself and Katina Martinez in the States, and that's not what I want. And from last October, we also did it with Alyssa from Australia. You'd get your paper share and you'd come along and you'd make stuff. And we'd have a whale of a time making things over a weekend. We all do lives, pre recorded. Everyone would get card kits and all that kind of stuff. This year, we're adding a digital only component. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, because I know I've got people who watch me as, as you are all, quite a lot of you are. You're all watching me from different places. Some of you might have different demonstrators. You might have a demo in Australia. You might already have a demo in America or Canada. And you don't want the papers, but you might want to come along for a crafty weekend and have some fun online. So I'm doing a £10 deal. Come along, bring your own papers. Don't even have to be Stampin' Up papers if you don't want to. Follow along with all the fun things that we do and all of the fun designs that we make. And, just come along for the weekend. I think we've got over 18 videos planned. And obviously, you know me in my lives, I never stick to just one card. So we're going to have lives, we're going to have pre-recorded videos, going to have a mixture of each. It's going to run from Friday Australian time through to Sunday night, Sunday afternoon UK time. So you have 3 days, of almost 24-hour crafting opportunity. And I'm doing it for £10 available to everyone. So if you're in America, it will cost you, what's that? I don't know, $13, $14, something like that. If you're in Australia, probably 20 Australian dollars, something like that. So if you're interested in coming along, then come and have a look at retreats and look at Paper Party. And then when you click to book, just book the digital version only. If you're in the UK, however, and you still want a paper share, there's the option for that too. And you get all the digital stuff, as you know, included as well. But if you're anywhere else in the world, or even if you're in the UK, but you just don't want the papers this time around because you've got loads, or as I say, I know some of you have a local demo or your own demo. in which case you can buy all your stuff locally, free yourself or through your own demonstrator, whatever. So just come to the digital version. We would love to have lots of people coming along and having fun at our paper party. So that's my Lisa's like, oh, fabulous. Yes, exactly. And team, because you all want to you want to all buy your own stuff, right? You don't want to buy from me. And I completely understand that and agree with that and support that. If you're a demo, you should be buying from yourself. And if you're not a demonstrator, now's a good time to join, just saying, no matter where you are. Um, Even if you can't join with me, which would be sad. But if you can join as a demonstrator with me, then that's great. You get glass mat options or extra money or all lots of different things going on at the moment. But if you want to do a paper share, I'm happy to do that. I have some hardcore paper party followers who want all the papers. But if you don't want the papers, then just come along for the fun. Um, and we do at least not every single one of the papers plus one from the celebration will have a PDF tutorial with it. The others, they're like this, right? Really easy to follow cards, so you don't need directions for them as such. You'll get lots of fun stuff that we do, just coming together, some suggestions of how to make things, some loads of card ideas, etc., etc, and then you can do it all on your own at home and have a whale of a time. So there we go. So that's the paper party. Retreat, I've got all day retreat coming up. That's nearly full. We quite like that. Yeah, that's nearly full. That's coming up when's that coming up in? 2nd of March. So that's booking in now as well for that. Not so sure about that, Velen. Don't like that. So that's coming in March. And then what else we got? What else we got? Oh, I like that vellum. That's nice. And I might put a little bit of, I might even do, kind of tempted to do a bit like that and a bit like this, so that we've got a few bees going on here. What do we think? This is kind of good. So yeah, loads of stuff. So have a look at retreat, that link, queenpitcards.com/retreat, and then you'll see all the stuff that I'm doing. Okay, and of course you can join the membership anytime you like. And we've had loads of new members in December and January. You're all investing in yourself. Woohoo! I love it. So learn how to make cards the quick and easy way. I love that. Love, love, love. Right, okay. Quite like that, like that. I think that's okay. Can we cope with the busy behind? I think we can. I think we can, because the white's enough to break that up. Okay, so all I did was use glue dots to put on the wings and the antenna, and doesn't he look just adorable? I mean, you could even emboss his tummy and his eyes if you wanted to as well, to get that really deep black look, or use Stays On or something like Versaclair or whatever, different inks of pigment ink. Yes, Nola says the heart's behind. Good. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. He is doing this. So yeah, so lots of things going on. Even though, it might look like I'm not doing as much this year because I'm not bombarding everybody with everything. I don't like to bombard people. I am still doing all my videos and my retreats and stuff, and they're booking out well. So if you want to come along, don't forget to do that. Okay, so we're going to pop this on. And again, these are scraps, but they're scraps that I tend to make sure that my scraps are in the right sizing. So I make sure that they're in, like layer 1 size. So this is 10 centimeters, or it would be 4 inches for the US guys in Canada. I'm going to put a little bit of vellum edge to edge. Now we're going to put the vellum down. We're going to stick it down with the with some tape, but just underneath here. I don't want to put it over here because it will show through. So we'll just put some tape runner or seal. This is called seal in Stampin' Up world, but it's like other people. Well, it's not like other people's because it sticks, but I mean it's like other people's because some other people stick too, but it really sticks, so it's great. I love it. So we'll stick that one on there. There we go. Because I know not everybody can get Stampin' Up stuff, so which is harsh. I know. That is not a straight edge, Pip. Peel that off. 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 Go. Okay. Is that straight? It doesn't look straight. Oh, do you know what? I think it's an optical illusion. It's just my eyes. It didn't look straight when I put that down, but it is straight, so that's okay. Whew. Sometimes my eyes give me funny illusions. Right. And I'm going to stick that diagonally. So we've still got that one peering out, this one peering out, and that one's underneath the vellum, so that's quite nice. And I'm going to glue this flat because I'm going to put the bee up on dimensionals. Do that like so. Now, you had questions. Somebody's got to go. New Year's resolution. Join a fitness group. Hey, excellent. That's good. That's good. Fitness is good. I've got my physio this morning. I've got my fitness organised for the year, so enjoy that. Oh, Jane says it's trying to snow. Good heavens. Well, I'm not surprised, Jane. It is it's pretty wintry, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I've got questions. What weekend is paper party? So the good news is it doesn't really matter because it's all recorded into the group, and it's also given to you on a website page afterwards because I'm nice like that. But it's actually the 9th, 10th, and 11th of February. Okay, so booking for the paper share part closes this weekend. Is it this weekend? When does it close? Closes the 14th. Yes, this weekend. But if you don't need the papers and you're just doing the digital experience, then you can come, you can book in nearly to the day. So yeah, so it's in the beginning of February, 9th, 10th, and 11th. But because everything's recorded, you can just watch as much as you want that weekend, or come back and watch it later. The group stays open pretty much forever. So you can always, watch along afterwards if you want to. So I'm just going to pop here. I think he looks nice like that. Now this is annoying me because it's starting to come up. However, the good news is that we've got our little hearts. So I'm going to stick it down with a little heart and put a little thingy underneath. So I'm going to put a heart here. So first of all, put your heart on or your flower on. Maybe I'll do a flower. It's slightly bigger. A flower. No, that doesn't really match. I'm going to go with a pink heart just to be different so that you can show a bit. So we'll do a pink heart here. Either I could just stick it half on, half off. Yeah, that might work actually. Or the other thing you can do is you can literally pop it on here and then lift up and put a glue dot underneath. So you can do either, but I actually quite like it over here. I'm going to put that on there. That'll attach that one down there. And then I might put a smaller one so it's not all carrying all of the effort. Do a smaller one down here as well, like that. So it's just attached. See, it's just added that vellum. So this is open, but those are now holding that down. That's a good tip for that. And then I can put some red hearts on here. Or I could stamp, because there's hearts, stamps and stuff. That looks okay. And then we'll just put some words down here, I think, or possibly up here. Let's see, what words shall we do? What words have we got? We've got be mine. You'll always be the one for me. Happy Valentine's Day. That says what it is on the tin, as it were. We had snow in Brighton this morning. Good heavens. And it's snow. Is it snowing here? Rosie, you're only over the Hog's Back from me. It's not snowing here. It must be snowing over the other side of the Hog's Back. Fantastic. Just booked. Looking forward to a weekend of me time. Absolutely. Always the best time, me time. I love you no matter what. That's kind of nice. I kind of like just I love you. So I'm going to take that and we're going to just stamp that and then just chop it out because we can. Because we know how to do that. So take this, and I'm going to do it in black again, I think, just to... Oh, actually, I might do it in daffodil because that'll show up even more. There we go. I think. Will it show up? Yeah, it might do. Wow, snow everywhere. Well, I mean, it's definitely cold enough, but it's too clear here at the moment for snow. It's a bit bright. Right, now I don't want that bit at the bottom, so I'm going to cheat. Either you could mask it off, which I do quite a lot of the time, or I just put another piece of paper underneath it, and then I bring this down where I want it and see if I can do it. Oh, I'm going to have to mask it off because that H is going to show otherwise. Okay, let's mask it. Oh, you're learning all the tips and tricks today, and I've gone on for nearly an hour. Good heavens. Okay, this is going to be the last bit. I promise. Last trick. Last tip. Where are we? Masking paper. Okay, so we do this masking paper sheets, which is so handy. I like these bits because you pull them off and you stick them down. Keep the backing bit then because you can reuse them. Now, what we'll need to do is we'll need to just cut out a piece, which will be, let's say, just a little bit for the Y. So I'm just going to cut a little bit out for the Y, like so. That should be okay. A little bit wider. And you can do this as much as you want, basically, just with whatever you need to do. So see, I've just taken a little chunk out there. And we're going to pop that in where the Y is. And it's going to go all the way over the edge of that, like so. So now can you see that we've got the Y. Actually, it needs to come over a little bit this way. So make sure that the Y is okay. I'm not going to get anything from the letter underneath. I'm going to get rid of the H that's under there, but we're not going to get rid of any of the other letters above it. See, like that. Then what you do is you ink it up, and now you've got ink all over this bit. Take this bit off, and now you've only got ink left on the words that you actually need. Now you can stamp it like that. There we go. Now we have our I love you. Just like that. And then this, just let it dry, pop it back, and then that'll work for any other word that needs something like that masked off. I'll just stick it back in my envelope of stuff, and there we go. Right, so now I'm going to come along here to start off with because I need it to be a bit smaller. I just want it a bit smaller. Okay. So I'll do my ends, and then I'm going to come in here quite tight to the RL. There we go. I love you. So now that can be popped on. You just pop it on underneath there, or we could pop it on up here. Actually, I quite like it up there. Along with the stripes. Nice. And then we'll just add it on some dimensionals, and then that way. Oh, come on. If I can lift it up. Cut my fingernails. That was not a good idea. Right. I think I can just get rid of. Here's my glue scissors. Here we go. Just do that's probably the right length. Is it just a bit too big? No, perfect. There we go. Very nice. And then I might put some pop it up on here. Good job is these stripes are actually not straight, so it doesn't matter if you're curvy, if your cutting is a little curvy, because the lines are a little curvy, so that doesn't matter. And then we can just add a few more hearts. So we can add a little red one here. We'll do a big pink one underneath. And then we'll do a little yellow one just over there, I think. Yeah, like that. Nice. Okay, so now hoover that up. Ah, see, now that's popping off. See, that's popping off there. So we should have done we'll do the little glue dot underneath that. So it needs a little bit more effort, a bit more oomph to hold it down. Just pop that under there. And then that won't be seen. There we go. Excellent. Now it's got glue under all of it, so that's fine. Lovely. So there we go. 2 Valentine's Day cards, or love you cards, happy birthday cards, whatever you wanted to make them as. If you could do 2 little bees, it could be an engagement card. And if you did, one with a veil, it could be a wedding card. I mean, you could really go to town. And as I say, the bees can go in any direction you want them to. So where's my original? Here we go. So this one, for example, they're facing this way, and I've used white behind here for the wings, etc. And you've got this little bee trail, and just some lovely things in this. So if you're interested in this set and you live in the UK, then you can shop with me, and I will pop the link in the description. And if you don't, then you can shop with anyone else in a Stampin' Up country, or you can use whatever you've got at home. That's what I like. There's always options. So, what do you reckon? Do you like bees? You enjoying bees? Excellent. Good. Let's do a draw, shall we? Let's see who's going to get one of these cards in the post. I always like to give a card away. So, we will share my screen. Share screen. Okay, and now that. Here we go. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to choose a stream, this one. I'm going to start collecting comments. Ooh, 18 individual people have commented. That's nice. I'm going to do a draw, see who's going to win a card today. Trisha, yours is coming in the post. It's here. I just haven't managed to send it, but at least I've managed to put it together. It's Jane. Well done, Jane. Congratulations. Yay. We love that. Oh, lots of confetti going on today. That's very good. Excellent. So do that. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Oh, now I've gone very dark. Why have I gone very dark? Hello. We'll put that light back on just to give us a bit more light up here. And move that out of the way slightly. So hopefully you've enjoyed the cards today. I'm going to get my lighting fixed by next week. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. But such an easy. Ooh, where are we going? Such an easy set to use. Simple card designs. You could easily copy those. Doing any other bee papers or any other heart papers or anything like that. Really nice and simple cards. I'm going to put the inner in this one. Make sure that we don't forget that, otherwise it won't have anything to write on. So I'll just do that quickly. And yeah, hopefully you've learned something, at least a little tip. Oh, Kimberly's here. Good morning. Hello, Kimberly. Hello. Oh, loads of people have joined and I didn't even know. Apologies, Kimberly. It's lovely to see you. Does the UK have different... Okay, we've got a question. Does the UK have different stuff in the books than Oz, or just the same, please? They should be just the same. The only thing that's different is that in the US and Canada, they have paper pumpkin, and we don't have that over here or in Australia, New Zealand, or in Europe. But other than that, it should be the same anywhere that you're shopping. Just occasionally they have different specials or different like they might have different things on clearance rack than we have, for example, because that just depends on what is available locally in their warehouse in excess. So if they've got extra stuff available in America, they might have different stuff than Canada. They might have different stuff from the UK, etc., etc. So that's really these days only the difference is. Apart from that, we're pretty much aligned globally now, which is great. So that's good. So yes, so things to remember, celebration has started. So every £45 you spend, you get an extra. Oh, that's the front, not the inside bit. You'll get a free gift. Um, and this is definitely the wrong size piece of cardstock to be putting in here. So this should not go in here. Oh, I've made a right pig's ear of this. Isn't it nice when I get it wrong too? That piece does not fit in there, just saying. I'll work that out after I glued it. So that needs to go somewhere else. I'll put an inner in it when I've got some cardstock. But yes, so generally we're all the same everywhere. But it doesn't matter to me whether you buy from me or not. What matters to me is that you enjoy card making, learn some stuff, come and join the membership if you want to learn even more and have some more crafty fun. And if you're interested in the membership, because I've been banging on about it all morning, then you can come and find out about it here, cardmakingknowhow.com. Learning how to make cards, learning how new techniques, etc. We're doing fun and fancy folds this month. Love a fancy fold. So yes, so come and join us in the membership. If you want to use everything that you've already got, watch me live here on YouTube or in my groups, free of charge, and all that jazz. If you do want to support me and you don't want to join and you don't want to join the membership or you can't shop with me or whatever, then you can always buy me a cuppa. There's links in the YouTube description or the Facebook description, or you can, if you're live, you can super chat or super thanks, super sticker, super everything. But don't do that if you're not live because it won't work. Alrighty, thanks ever so much. Have fun. I'm so glad that you've really enjoyed it. Thank you. Thanks, Faye. Learned a lot. Good. Excellent. I'm glad you're continuing to learn with me. That's great. And I will see you same time, same place next week. Yay. Have fun till then. See you later. Bye.